Hi guys, welcome.
Hi.
Welcome back to another episode of us. Today I am trying the peach raspberry bubbler. Did you try that new flavor yet?
No, I don't drink bubblers. There's not enough caffeine in there for me.
Oh my god, you're gonna explode one day.
Probably. Just be at a table and just...
Oh my god, these are so good. This is the flavor that I've always wanted.
They're just now making it for ya?
Yeah. Watermelon one is close second. Everyone says
The
that one
watermelon?
sucks, but I love that one.
Red Bull just had some fancy dancy flavors out.
I can't do Red Bull.
No?
No, something about the way it tastes is just like not it for me.
Maybe it's the...
It tastes very chemical-y.
There's something in... It's... What is it called? Taurine?
Taurine? Yeah.
I was close.
I don't know how to pronounce it. That's how I say it.
Maybe it's that. Because, Red Bull does have a very, distinct flavor.
It does. And
But there was a really good winter one that was winter vanilla berry. And it was so yummy. That was the giant ass drink that I got from Scooters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what it was made with.
24 ounce. The thing was crazy.
A girl needs some caffeine.
Some caffeine.
You guys, I'm really sorry about the light. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. And I don't like my side profile. So you're just going to have to look at the circle lights or the ring lights in my glasses. I need contacts, but
those things are expensive.
The eye doctor tried telling me that I had astigmatism.
Yeah.
Tell me why I went to order my contacts and I was like, I don't have astigmatism.
Why? Because they're more expensive?
Yes.
How much more?
Like triple the price.
Damn.
I was like, come on, 1-800 contacts. I'm not kidding. They were fucking expensive.
Yeah. Even regular contacts are expensive. I pay like $80 for 6 of them.
I have a hair in my mouth.
Maybe it's 12. I don't know. I get mine from Contacts R Us or some shit. I don't know.
I want to say mine are like $150 for like a box of 12. They're supposed to be 2-week ones, but I always make them last like a year.
That's what I do too. I wear
so
them
bad.
until I can't see out of them anymore, and that is so terribly bad for
so
you.
bad.
But
I've always wondered what it would be like to have like daily contacts and just like pop a fresh pair in every day.
those have to be
never
way
me.
expensive.
I know.
I can't even imagine
But like,
how
can you
much those
imagine how
cost.
fresh and so clean your eyes would feel
every day.
I could never.
Dude, I just want to get LASIK.
I just want to be rich.
I want to get LASIK so that I can just wake up and see.
I want to get LASIK.
You know what I mean?
Laser. What else? My teeth done.
You don't need your teeth done.
We're not talking about teeth on this episode.
It's a soft spot right now.
This year's not my year, you guys. Stop or I'm gonna start crying.
Like, I really want LASIK though, like to just open your eyes and be able to be like, everything's clear.
I mean, yeah, but you do have to get it, like, don't you have to keep up on it? It's not something that,
I don't know.
I'm
I
pretty
haven't
sure.
looked extensively into it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, like, it doesn't just, it's not like a one and done. And I would
Yeah.
have to be, like, very highly medicated to just lay there fucking.
Yeah, because you're awake.
Yeah, no. Did you ever watch the episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians when Kylie
I've
Jenner?
never watched a singular episode of Keeping Up with the
Kylie Jenner went
Kardashians.
and you could just tell. I'm like, that bitch is clearly on something right now. Like, she's like talking about random shit. I'm like, I if I ever get LASIK, I need that. Just like no care in the world. Otherwise, my anxiety, no. They'd be like, sit still. Sit.
You're just sitting there
still.
like blinking. Like, yeah. Anyway, so I have to tell you this. So
what?
nothing, but this is how I know that Wyatt is like a fucking dude.
A dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like the other day he was like, oh, I bought you some toilet paper for your house because you're almost out.
Oh, is it bad toilet
And
paper?
I was like, oh, thanks. And then like I went in there and it's like that Scott like single ply, like you can see through it type. And I like walked out and I was like, I can tell you're a man based on the type of toilet paper that you buy. He was like, what do you mean? What's wrong with it? I was like, how am I supposed to wipe with that? He's like, what are you talking about?
Fucking take the roll.
No, literally, like, the whole fucking thing. Like, I was like, if I use like a normal amount of toilet paper, it's gonna fucking disintegrate.
You're gonna go to wipe right through.
No, for real, like all over your hand and shit. Like,
Yeah, no, thank you.
he's like, oh yeah, I guess. I'm like, yes.
Okay, speaking of this, I don't think that my aunt and uncle would ever listen to this, but I love you with all my heart, Aunt Sam and Uncle Eric. Thank you for always being the best aunt and uncle ever. They got me a pack of toilet paper from Costco.
Okay.
For Christmas.
Okay.
I fucking hate it.
Why?
It's like the best way that I can describe it is it's thinner toilet paper, but it's like, I don't know if it's like more biodegradable or what, but it's like dusty.
Oh.
And I just don't like it.
Dusty.
I just like
Leaves a
don't.
little baby powder film on your butthole.
No, literally. And I'm like, I don't know, like even I still have to like help.
Are you
Z
sure they
wipe.
don't make it that way so that it is like a baby powder in your baby powder in your butt?
It like disintegrates. Like even when I'm like wiping Z,
What brand is it?
it's a Costco brand.
Oh.
But I'm like, I have fucking 24. No, it had to be more than 24 rolls. 32 rolls maybe. And like finally, like yesterday, Brady and I are in the bathroom. And I'm like grabbing something from the cabinet underneath the sink. And I'm like, yes, we're finally almost out of that. Excuse me. Out of that toilet paper. And then I look up and I forgot that there were so many rolls. It came in like packs of 6.
Yeah.
And there were so many of them that I had to put one on top of the cabinet. I was like, fuck, no! Like, I thought we were almost out of it.
That sucks.
Yeah. I'm
went to
very
Costco.
appreciative of it, but
I went to Costco for the first time the other day and I was very overwhelmed.
do you have a membership?
Wyatt does.
Wyatt, can I borrow it? I want to go to Costco so bad, but I used to have... Okay, actually, apparently I still do have the membership because Zamora's grandparents pay for it.
Oh.
And we'd go like every other year. Apparently, I still am on the thing, so I
Then you
should
can
go there
still go in.
and try it. But I had to like mentally prepare myself always to go there because every time I went, it was a minimum of a $300 trip.
Oh my God.
But like that's where I used to buy all of Zamora's diapers,
Yeah.
wipes. I loved their wipes.
See, like we went in there and like everything
their
is in
diapers.
bulk,
Yes.
right? So like I don't buy in bulk like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was I was like I don't need a yogurt thing like this fucking big. Like
Yeah,
you know
no,
what
some
I
of
mean?
it's really, really nice. I really like their salmon. You can get like a giant ass piece of salmon like this big for like $20.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's a couple different things, but like for the most part, like I cannot buy a snack there because I promise you it's never gonna get eaten. Even Zamora, like when she was younger, I used to buy those applesauce pouches from
Yeah.
there, and then I ended up throwing away like so many of them because she just stopped eating them.
Of course.
And then even like I remember one year I got like fruit snacks from there for Zamora's birthday party, and we got those fucking fruit snacks for like a year. Like there are very few things that I would buy from there.
Yeah, it was very, very overwhelming
Yeah.
for me. There was so much. There's like things everywhere.
Yeah.
There is a game there though that, like an outdoor game that was like really cute that my kids were like, that's kind of cool. So
Yeah.
I might buy that for them. For
They do have a lot of like
It was like an
non-
axe throwing game.
ooh, that's
yeah,
fun.
but like not actual axes. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
No, they have a lot of like non-food related things that I do like. They have a lot of good clothes.
Yeah.
They have like Champion Fila. I don't.
Dude, Symphony
I
was
think the
trying
brand's
to
just
like
called Cat.
Symphony was trying to get me to go look at the clothes, and I was like, no.
Yeah, no, the clothes are actually really good. Like when Z was little, and I used to shop there a lot. I used to get a lot of her clothes there. Like
Yeah.
they would have. I remember like Calvin Klein little sets. I got her these really cute little Juicy Couture like velvet little like. Why can't I think of the word? Like tracksuits
Yeah.
or like sweatsuits.
Yeah.
They were so cute.
That sounds really cute.
I've got a lot of like Fila sweatpants and sweatshirts from there. Yeah, they do have a lot of good clothes, but I have not ventured my way back. Probably
It was
for the
sc-
best.
It was scary in there.
Trying to save my money, you guys. I've actually been really good, except for today. I'm like thinking because I have to go to work really early today. Like, oh, we'll just go to Chick-fil-A for lunch.
Oh my God. That's
don't-
okay. I ordered like $40 worth of Wendy's last night.
On DoorDash?
No, I had Wyatt go pick it up. Because I was having a bad day yesterday and like I just I didn't feel like cooking. So like.
My thought is like I want to have dinner ready for Brady when he gets home, but also I don't want to cook food. I only have like so many hours today. And I have to cut his hair later. He can make his own damn dinner. Yeah, Chick-fil-A sounds good. I was going to tell you about this really funny dream I had last night, though.
Let's hear it.
My hair is all staticky. So I woke up. I was having a lot of good dreams last night, and I was kind of pissed when my alarm kept fucking waking me up. So I was like, 5 more minutes.
I need to know what happens.
So, like, before my alarm went off, I was, like, in this dream. A lot of times when I'm dreaming, though, I don't really remember them. Unless it's, like, this sounds bad, but, like, unless it's a really bad dream, I usually don't remember them.
Okay.
I don't know why that is. All I remember is that, like, in my dream, I'm, like, walking around talking to people, and I all of a sudden, like, have all these different, like, accents. And then my alarm went off, and then it made me think of when I went to Florida a couple weeks ago. We were like in this restaurant, and we were drinking very heavily, and it's very well known. I think that like people from Wisconsin are heavy drinkers.
Okay.
And so we were like messing around with our waiter, and we're like, oh, like where do you think we're from? And like he was trying to guess. And then he was like, Wisconsin. He's like, I could hear the accent. I meant to bring this up last time, but do people from Wisconsin have an accent?
Yes.
Like, what do you mean? Is it like, hey, put you in a mansion somewhere in Wisconsin?
Okay, so like when I moved to Chicago,
Yeah.
all my friends down there would always rip on me for having a Wisconsin accent, and I obviously can't hear it because it just sounds normal, but they would always be like, say bag. And
Bag?
yeah, bag.
How do you say it?
Bag.
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 Bag. Okay, one thing I don't fuck with though is pillow. No, it's a pillow.
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 Who says pillow?
I've heard people say
What?
it before. What about milk?
Oh my god, dude.
Milk.
Fucking
Not milk.
Wyatt calls a cart a carriage, and it drives me.
You sent me a Snapchat about that.
he did it again the other day. He was like, just put it in the carriage, and I was like, the cart? The first time he said it, I looked at him and I was like, the what?
What?
The what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that still fucking trips me up every time he says it. And now every time he says it, he like looks at me, he's like, the carriage?
Is that what they call it in other places?
I guess that's what they call it over where he's from in Connecticut. But I know
The
that
carriage.
like some people like down south say buggy.
Yeah.
It's a cart.
I don't know.
Milk or milk?
It's milk.
M-E-L-K,
Have you ever heard
milk.
like Glorilla's accent?
No,
Do you know who that is?
I've heard of her.
There's a really funny interview, and they say like E's like R's.
What?
So she was saying like birdiful, but she was beautiful, but she was like birdiful.
What?
I don't know. It is interesting though. New York has like a really thick, heavy.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other ones. A little country.
I love a
little
southern accent. Oh my god, I love a southern
One
accent.
time when like on our way down to Florida, we stopped in Georgia, and I look like shit. I'm like coming out of the bathroom, like just looking rough. We're like many of hours into this trip. This cute little girl comes like around the corner. Just her outfit killed it. I was like, I want to move to Georgia.
Aw.
She looked like such a cute little country girl. I was like, and there's me.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. Nobody wants to move here. They're probably like, oh, let's move there. There's football and alcoholics. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of bad. I really do wonder what it would be like to hear, like, a Wisconsin accent.
Dude, probably like 2 months ago or something like that, I was waiting on this single dude that came in.
Okay.
And he had an Irish accent. And I was like, he like said what he wanted. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I totally heard him. Can you repeat that? Just keep talking at me. I love Irish, Scottish, English accents. Like, there's certain British accents that I like. Some of them are really not.
I think it's really cute when kids talk in a British accent.
Dude, like little kids who like talk like old Southern people.
Yes.
Where they have that like really like thick drawl.
Yeah.
Like, those are the cutest.
Yeah, I remember, I don't know where we were, but there was like a little family, and I was like, oh. Zamora used to have like an Australian accent from watching Bluey. Yes. I'm not kidding. Now I can't think of the words that she would say, but like even once in a while I'm like, girl, like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, you're saying that wrong, because like she'll whatever, but
Yeah.
I cannot think of the words right now. But
That's
Kayla and I were
funny.
talking about it because like both of our girls would say like holiday, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. On a holiday.
That's funny.
I cannot think. But Z watched like Peppa Pig and Bluey for a while.
God, I hated Peppa Pig.
I think she's a brat.
She is. She's
Yeah.
a little shit. Don't let your kids watch that. And don't let them watch Caillou either.
Oh really?
He's a little shit too.
Oh. I try to have Z watch a lot of PBS Kids.
Yeah.
So that's what I watched. So
My kids watched a lot of like Sesame Street and shit like that.
oh my god.
Blue's
Sorry you guys, I'm
Clues.
tired.
We're both tired.
They watched Blue's Clues?
Yeah.
I watched Blue's Clues.
Yeah. I mean, I would put them on. I would like go and find them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I didn't, with the Steve ones though, I don't like anybody other than Steve.
The OG.
Yeah.
OG.
He is the OG. He was the best one, honestly.
Yeah, I don't really like a lot of the kids shows that they have nowadays.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they watched that a lot too. Like the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I've been getting Z into like Sid the Science Kid.
Okay.
She's getting a little old for Curious George, but I always have a soft spot for Curious George because that's what Charlie used to love
Aw.
when he was little, and so we would always watch it. I think it's kind of messed up though how like a lot of kids shows nowadays are very like, they're so bright and colorful and so past.
Yeah, they're
like,
overstimulating.
yeah, so like fast paced. Like even if you watch fucking Coco Melon is just like ridiculous with how much like movement and colors and like I don't know.
Isn't that geared towards like toddlers, like little kids?
Like littler kids, yeah. But I still remember like Zamora, I feel like her generation was definitely like the Coco Melon babies.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to not let her watch that. I mean, now like she'll see it and she'll be like, oh, Coco. And I'm like, girl, bye.
Dude, my kids and I have a running joke with Coco Melon.
What?
Like, because they never really watched it, but then like a couple years ago, they were like, we want to watch Coco Melon. And I was like, the fuck? And so they like were watching it and they were like getting really into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on purpose. And so now like anytime we see something Coco Melon, we'll be like, hey, that's for you. Like
Yeah, I just remember like I worked in a daycare when Zamora was littler too, so I watched like a lot of these kids. Just like if you needed 5 minutes to like make them their lunch or like do something, you put on Coco Melon, they're all like, I'm not kidding either.
just hypnotized.
Yes. It's kind of scary. I think that's why, like, for so long I was like, Zamora's not allowed to watch it. It was very known too that she was not allowed to watch it. I'm not hating on anyone that did let their kids watch it. Personally, though, I was like, fuck that. You can watch something else. I guess though, like if I was a baby, it would probably be entertaining, singing and
all the colors and
and
movements and stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
No thanks. There's something else I was going to tell you. I can't remember. Oh, Wolfgang yesterday. That boy, he got in so much trouble yesterday.
What did you do?
So we were at school.
Okay.
And they were doing they go to the after school program.
Okay.
So they were doing a game night last night. So it was from 5:30 to 6:30. And I get there and Symphony's like, I want to stay. And he's like, I want to go home and play the VR. And I was like, no, we're going to stay here for a little bit and play these games and whatever.
Okay.
And so he's like, I'm not doing that. So he's like putzing around outside. And so then he comes back in. He's like, I'm going to walk home. And I was like, no, you're not. And
How
he
far away is their school?
Like 3 miles probably. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. And he was like, he goes back outside and we're like playing games, whatever. And then like 15 minutes later, we leave. Go outside, Wolfgang's nowhere to be found. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like driving around looking for him.
Oh my
and
God.
Then Natasha texts me and she's like, hey, where are you? I just picked Wolfgang up on the side of the road.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. Yeah. He got about halfway home. Yeah. I was so fucking pissed, dude.
I'm not ready for that.
I was like, dude, what were you thinking? He was like, I didn't want to be there anymore. And I was like, I don't care. Like, if I tell you we're staying, we're staying. And I was like, you're lucky that it was Natasha that picked you up and not some fucking weirdo, and then I'd never see you again.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God. That like makes me sad and scared.
So mad, dude.
I would have been fucking livid. He has a phone, right?
Yeah, but he didn't have it on him.
Okay. Yeah. No.
He left it at home that day.
Nope.
Yeah. I was so pissed. I'm still pissed.
Is he grounded or did you?
I took away all of his stuff for the night.
Good.
And he was so mad too. He was like, but I said I was gonna leave, and I was like, I don't care.
You're not an adult.
Like,
I constantly, even with my 4-year-old, I have to sit there and be like, I am the mom. I make the rules. And I also, sometimes I feel bad because I don't want her to like ever think that like I like control her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to make like home like a dictatorship where I'm like, do this now. No, but like, I constantly remind her, like, I'm your mom. My job is to keep you safe.
yeah.
Charlie's mom always taught me that. And she always said that. She's like, I'm your mom. I need to keep you safe. Like, I don't care if you don't agree with everything that I want you to do, but like, that is your role as a parent. Yeah. Oh
And it
my
was
God.
like 30 minutes too, dude. Like, I'm like, you couldn't wait 30 minutes. Like, you're ridiculous.
Yeah,
I was so pissed.
especially because he didn't have his phone.
Yeah.
If I had the money to, call me crazy. I don't know if I've ever said this. I would definitely get Zamora chipped.
Like a microchip?
Yes. Like Freddie Benson's mom on iCarly.
I have not seen that.
What? There's an
wasn't
episode
an
where they're like
iCarly
lost
person.
in Japan. And she's like, I had you chipped when you were a baby.
Yeah,
Girl, I
but
would do
chips
that.
don't work like that, though.
Why?
Like
You can
when-
get your dog chipped.
Yeah, well,
Can't
like,
you?
okay, yes. But, like, it doesn't, like, track them like that. It's not like a tracker. So, like, yeah, you get them chipped, but then you take them, like, if somebody finds the dog, they take it to the vet or the
Oh,
or whatever.
see, I
and then
never
they
knew that.
scan them, and then they have your information.
There
So
has
it's
to
not
be
like a
enough
tracker.
technology.
I'm sure there is.
There's fucking air tags. You know?
Pretty soon they're going to make those small enough to just in there.
Yeah. 100%.
Scary.
Oh, my kid's air tagged. Let me see where they are. Find my child.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Kids these days can't get away with shit.
No, but they also do way too much. Way too much.
I don't like, I was thinking about this the other day and I'm like, is today scarier than it used to be, or is it just that we have access to all of the information to where it seems scarier and it's just actually the same as it used to be?
Ooh.
You know? Because like back in the day, we didn't have like smartphones. We didn't
Yeah.
have like all this like information coming at us all the
Yeah.
time. And like you would have to watch the news or read the newspaper.
Yeah.
And like now you can get like 10 alerts for like missing kids within like 5 minutes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, is it less safe now, or is it just as safe as it used to be and now we just have access to all the information?
I think a lot of it is based around like I don't know, like weirdos, like they can find you on social media and stuff like that, versus back in the day, like it would be like an actual stalker, you know what I mean? Also, even like playing outside and like going to like the park. I remember being little and like I was probably like 9 or 10, and my mom would work all day, and me, Taylor, and Riley, we would hang out every single day. In the summer, we would ride our bikes to and from like one of our houses. We would go to the pool, and that's like all summer long. That's what we would do.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I'm like, I don't know if I would want Z doing that like at 10. I don't know.
I don't know. That's how old Wolfgang is too.
Well, and
so
also,
I'm like, and then when he was trying to walk home, I was like, you know.
Also, I feel like a lot of people like driving are always like on their phones, so they're not paying attention to kids crossing the street and stuff like that. I remember it wasn't like too long ago that I heard a story about like a little girl getting kidnapped, and her mom was literally like outside with her, but just on her phone, so she didn't see her kid get kidnapped. Yeah, and I was like, what?
What the fuck?
Yeah, it is scary. I don't know. It's scary having those conversations too, because like obviously I've talked to Z about like stranger danger.
Yeah.
But like she'll see a neighbor and be like, is that stranger danger? And I'm like, yes. Like you don't know who they are.
Like my kids have all their outdoor equipment, you know, and so they'll be out there on the trampoline by themselves and stuff, and I'm like, if anyone tries to talk to you, you come inside immediately.
Yeah.
Because like our stuff is like pretty set back, you know.
Yeah.
And, like,
but you don't have like a fenced in area either.
And I remember one day, like somebody like parked on the road like in front of my house.
Okay.
And they like came in, they were like, there's someone outside. And I was like, what?
Where?
But I don't know. It's just, they always ask to walk down to the park that's like, I don't know, 3 blocks away.
Okay.
But it's like a corner, you know. So like we walk down and then you have to walk that way a little bit. And they always want to walk down there, and I'm like, I don't trust anybody.
I know,
you know,
like shit is scary.
Someone can just snatch them right off the fucking street.
It was, I want to say last year when we were in Florida, my mom was walking with Zamora on the beach, and I was getting my tan on, and all of a sudden my mom came back and she's like, let's go. And I was like, why? What's going on? And she was like, oh, there was just this husband and wife like walking. And Zamora, her personality, she will talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Like she's always just a little chatterbox. And I guess they like, this woman like said something to Zamora, and Zamora's just and she like looked at her husband and was like, oh, that would be an easy one to take. And my mom instantly was like, vroom, let's go. Who the fuck says that?
What?
I was like, Mom, you're lucky I wasn't there, because I would have just started fucking clocking people. What'd you say?
That's weird. Like,
isn't it?
Even if you're joking, that's a weird thing to say.
That's a weird like joke. That does not come off as jokey. But even like with like trafficking and stuff, you see like a lot of these people like women nowadays instead of like guys, because you know like women are more trustworthy. And that's where like when I've had conversation with Z before about like if you ever were to get lost, like try to find a mom and her kids, like a mom with kids. That's always like what my mom told me. I feel like that's her best bet, but like still I don't know, like
yeah, people are weird, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Scary.
I told her, I was like, if anyone ever says, do you want some candy, say no and run.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to get my kids into like self-defense classes or something, because like you never know.
Yeah.
You know?
You never know. Teach them how to beat some ass.
Yeah, and then they're probably going to just beat up each other.
Probably. I could see it. I could definitely see it.
They already beat up each other. Shit's so annoying.
It's sibling love. One day they'll love each other a little bit more, maybe.
I fucking hope so, and I hope it's soon.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
It probably won't be till like high school, honestly. Maybe even after that, depending if Wolfgang's like I don't know
Sick.
if he ever like picks on her. I remember I used to be an asshole to
They
my
pick on
brother in
each
high
other
school.
all the time.
Yeah.
Sick.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
On a less scary note.
I got accepted to UW Oshkosh.
Ooh.
So I'll be going for radio, TV, film.
That's
So
really exciting.
I'm very excited.
Are you doing an online program?
No, it's in person, so I have to commute there, but
To Oshkosh?
yeah.
How many days a week?
Well, it depends on when the classes are offered and stuff, but I think this fall semester I can get away with Tuesdays and Thursdays only.
Okay.
So
How long of a program is it?
I'm not sure because I am a transfer student. So
Okay.
like I have to see what transfers over and whatnot.
That's nice that you have like some credits under your belt already.
Yeah, well, I like already have all my gen eds done, so like it's pretty much just the program requirements.
Go you.
So, but I had an appointment with the academic advising people, and they were like, the thing that they sent me was like, list any dates that you're not, any days or times that you're not available. So I wrote, I work Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 4. And they fucking scheduled me for a Thursday at 11 o'clock for like a 1 hour slot. And I was like, I like canceled it, and it was like, why are you canceling? And I was like, because
I said I work 10:30 to 4.
like, why would you do that?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
But yeah, I'm excited.
That is exciting.
I'm excited.
That's awesome. I'm excited for you. Going bigger places. Not me.
Well, I gave myself a year to get out of the restaurant industry. So it might be a little more than that because I was hoping
As
to
long
start
as you're
this year.
proactively trying, you know? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with my life, you guys.
You should be a party planner.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. My problem is that like I have so many things that I'm trying to accomplish right now that I can't step away from working as much as I am. So it's like, when the fuck am I gonna do any of this? I don't know.
I don't think there's ever really a good time.
Like I really want to move this summer so bad. Oh, I don't know if I told you this. Somebody stole my packages.
You did tell me this.
I'm pissed. It was a big thing of paper towel. I'm still salty about it because I asked Brady, I was like, Brady, we're out of paper towel.
Was it like a
was like-
Walmart delivery or something? Or?
No, it was an Amazon delivery. But so I was like, Brady, we're out of paper towel, or we're almost out of paper towel. Can you please order some or buy some? And he didn't buy it at the store, so then he ordered it online. And then he didn't pick the fastest delivery. It was like a Monday, and he picked like Wednesday. The thing that pissed me off the most, though, was, so it's a big ass box of like a 12 count of paper towel.
Yeah.
And then a big thing of laundry soap.
Yeah.
And I was
That's a
coming
good
home
package
one
to
day.
steal.
I was coming home one day and I saw it and I was like, Brady can get that when he gets home.
Oh no.
That's what I get.
That is what you get.
Yeah. Well, I was like, oh, it's going to be heavy. And I already had an arm full of shit. Z coming home from school. I was like, I'm not pushing that down the hallway right now. Like, he can get it when he gets home from work.
And then he walks in without it, and you're like, where the fuck is the package?
Well, so then, like, a couple of days went by. I spaced it out. And I even said, I was like, hey, that stuff's down at the front. And he's like, okay. And then it had to have been, it was Friday. So it got delivered on Wednesday. On Friday, oh my God. Fucking Zamora. Love that girl with all my heart. But, like, sometimes she's been potty trained now for like a year. I want to say, like, consistently. Sometimes she just holds it too long. And, like, she was like, Mom, I peed on the floor. And I was like, how in the fuck did you pee on the floor? So I was like, okay, let me clean it up. And then I'm like, shit, we have no paper towel. So I'm like, okay, I don't see the box down there anymore. It has to be somewhere in this apartment. So I'm looking everywhere. Our apartment is not that big. Like, there's only so many places that this big ass box could be. And I text Brady and I was like, did you grab the paper towel? And he was like, no, I thought you did.
Oh no.
And so then I'm like, what the hell? And so then I messaged the property manager because they were already gone for the day. And then immediately after that, Brady calls me and was like, hey, there was an email sent out yesterday that somebody came in and stole packages. And I was like, well, they fucking stole our fabric softener and all that paper towel. And Brady was like, are you kidding me? And then I told him that I saw it.
Wait, so how did somebody come in and just steal them?
I think so there's not a camera where people get in, which I
That's
told him, I was
weird.
like, you should get a camera. So there's a camera facing where all of the packages are, but there's a door in between, like a little entryway, a door, and then the entrance into the apartments. There's not a camera on that side, so they couldn't see if he was buzzed in or if he had a key. And so the guy also, he had his face covered up very, very well. Like, had like a bandana and then like a hat and a hood on top. Well, I guess he was stealing packages from other apartments in the area, because if you go, like, you know, my street, there's some like before and then after as well. Yeah, I was like, damn.
That's scary.
That's also like, fuck you. If that's how much like free time you have, that you're just gonna break into apartment complexes and steal people's packages, get fucked. I don't know. I was really mad, but I'm fully ready to move, to say the least.
Yeah.
Our upstairs neighbors are always screaming, throwing things, banging on things. Yeah, I don't know. And there's like a lot of kids that are just always like, they're feral little children, just like screaming and running through the hallways. I don't know. I'm just ready to have like a little bit more like privacy and also space. I feel like we're outgrowing the place very, very fast. Yeah. So I don't think we're going to be able to buy a house, but I want to look for a duplex. So if anyone knows of a duplex, send it my way.
What's your maximum?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I want to get 3 bedrooms, but it's not necessary. But also, like,
rent is crazy right now.
I know, and they're gonna raise our rent again.
Yeah.
Did I tell you my electric bill was $400?
Damn.
And then this past month it was like $350. I was like, and I guess
crazy.
the rates are gonna continue to go up through WPS. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was confused WPS and UPS, but one's a mailing service. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to have like a little backyard. I would love to just buy a house, but I don't know. Times are scary right now, you guys.
I mean, there's a lot of places that help with like down payment assistance and stuff like that.
Also,
but it's
like first-time homeowners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like getting pre-approved, though, I feel like is kind of hard.
Also, I think I would rather rent right now and then try to become a little bit more financially stable, because like you don't think about like, oh, what if your water heater goes out?
Dude, I was reading an article the other day that renting is now cheaper than owning. That's
I
crazy.
believe it.
That is insane.
Or like, what if your fridge takes a shit?
Yeah. When I bought my house when I was 20 years old, I didn't think about all that shit.
No.
And a few years ago, I needed my roof replaced. That shit was $20,000.
That is absolutely insane.
$20,000.
Yeah, no, I want to invest. Oh my God. I want to invest my money into a property instead of just throwing it out the window every month.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, right now my rent is almost $1,100. But they did a lot of work last summer. They're going to probably raise it to like 13.
Damn.
So at that rate, like,
you can get a duplex for that much.
Yeah.
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 I think that's about how much Elena pays for hers. And she has a 2-bedroom duplex.
I want 3 bedrooms though. I want a little munchkin.
Oh my God.
If we have the space, I can be more persuasive.
Stop.
Terrible.
You are terrible.
It's okay. Maybe some exciting things will happen this year, you guys.
You never know.
You never know.
Life is funny like that.
Yep.
That's how I got 2 of them.
I believe next week we'll be interviewing a very special, exciting guest.
Yes, I am so excited to have Andrea on here. I'm so excited.
Yes.
She is a hoot.
We'll definitely shout out the event next week, so stay tuned. But
Yes,
Rachel and I are going to prom.
Yep.
I'm very excited.
I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun.
I'm going to live my high school dreams again.
I'll have to show you the dress that I bought.
I need to buy one.
Yeah.
I need to buy more than one.
More
What if
than
I-
one?
What if I don't like the first one?
Oh my God. You're ridiculous.
I need at least like 3 or 4 options.
We got to figure out somewhere to eat too, because I want to eat beforehand.
Ooh, okay.
Not the Iron Duck,
Not the Iron Duck.
but yeah, we have to figure out. We have to make some plans.
Yes.
But yeah,
Maybe
we're
get some
gonna
cute
have Andrea on here to talk about her mom group and her store and everything with the prom and what they do and who they give back to and stuff like that. So it'll be a good time.
Very exciting.
Be a good time. On that note, it is time for us to go.
Peace out, Girl Scout. Gotta work. I gotta go fix
Yeah.
my nails. I started this hand 2 days ago. Now they're just gray, and this hand's needing to be filled. So I gotta do that, and then not cook dinner,
Yeah.
and then go to work.
Oh, you have to work later. Sick.
Yeah, at 2
2
all night. Yeah,
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
a sick time to go
it
in.
is.
Ew.
It really is. That's why we're getting Chick-fil-A for
I'll
lunch.
see you later then. But
I'll be there.
Thanks for listening. We love you guys.
Yes.
Mental health matters. Check on your friends, family, loved ones. We love you.
Yes. We'll see you next week. Bye.